Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Guitar Made Easy. Now, if you have never met me before, my name is David. Now, have you ever been in a situation where you left your guitar in a corner for a very long time and you decided to play your guitar only to find that your strings are out of tune? Well, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can tune your guitar even without having a tuner on hand. Well, in this session, I'm going to be sharing with you something that you will definitely encounter as a guitarist, and that is when your strings go out of tune. What do you do? How do you tune your strings even if you do not have a tuner on hand? Alright, so the first thing I'd like you to take note is this, that this is the first string and this is the last string. Now it's easy to misunderstand that this is the first string and this is the last string because by way of orientation, that's how we are being programmed. But for the guitar, it's different, okay? This string is the first string and this string is the last string, okay? And the first thing I would like you to take note is that both the first string and the last string, they are both in a key of E, alright? So both of these are E, alright? So if I go down this way, this is E, A, D, G, B, E, alright? So E, A, D, G, B, E. Now this is important to know because when you're using your tuner, that's exactly what you want to. So because these two strings are E, would you agree with me that one of the first things I want to do is to make these two strings sound the same? Now typically if you've got a piano with you, you want to tune it to the piano, but very often when your guitar is out with you, if let's say you carry it for travel, the humidity and the change in temperature often would result in your string being out of tune. So I will use a point of reference. It will either be the first string or the last string. Either the first string or the last string. Alright? So the whole tuning of the guitar is pivoted on either one of these two strings. And I'll leave that for you to decide. For me, I always use the last string as the point of reference. So you see, okay, the first thing I want to do is this, okay? So let's say, can you hear that these two strings are out of tune? Just take a listen. Out of tune, right? So what I will do is, I will match the first string, excuse me, to the last string. So if got it? So what I will do is, I will let this ring as I tune the last string. So as I plug the first string, excuse me, as I plug the first string, I will be tuning the tuning head at the same time, so it'll be like this. Okay, so check this out, okay? Again, the last string is ringing. Can you hear that it's the same? Alright, so this is a good technique to apply, that as you are tuning this, as you plug this first string, you are tuning the tuning head at the same time to just fine tune. It's kind of like a radio, you know, like if in Singapore, right, one of our my favorite radio channels was 95 FM. They play very often. They play oldies songs, right? And I'm not too much of a fan of new age music, which you hear a lot on 98 or 98.7. So it's kind of like that. As you're tuning, you're just finding the right frequency. Okay, one more time. So if this is out of tune, okay, my first string. Alright, if I want to tune the first string to the last string, I will ring the last string first, and then I'll ring the first string, then I'll tune it. If let's say in a single cycle, I still am not able to tune it right, then I'll repeat the same process again. Okay, so in this case you can see that I managed to tune it together, the two E strings, synchronizing the two E strings in 2 cycles. Okay, so now I've got this. Can you hear that it's the same? Alright, so then you go to the next step. So the cool thing about tuning the guitar is that there is a certain system that allows you to tune it almost in a very foolproof way. Alright, so I'll bring my middle finger all the way up to the 5th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so when I press the string on the 5th fret, okay, my 5th string should sound the same. Alright, my 5th string should sound the same, so like this. Do they sound the same? No. Is it higher or lower? the fifth string sounds lower than the sixth string. Alright, so I'll do this, the same technique as I did with the first string. So like this. Okay, can you hear it if it's closer or further? Make a guess. Is it closer? Absolutely right, it's a lot closer. So I'm going to move it upwards a little bit more. Okay. So now it's a bit too high or low? High, right? So again, it's very important that as you are tuning it, you allow the sound that's your reference sound to continue ringing as you're tuning the out of tune string, or the string that's out of tune. Okay, so like this. Can you hear? Okay. All right. So I'm around there already. At this point, my guitar is still out of tune. So you can this is in the key of G, okay? It's out of tune, but we are almost there, okay? So we've got 3 more strings left. Okay, so now that I've tuned the 5th string to the 6th string, then I move my middle finger down 1 string, okay? So now I'm going to use the 5th string as a reference for the 4th string. And I press on the 5th fret also. Have a look. I press on the 5th fret also, okay? I'm pressing on the 5th fret. Alright, can you tell me, is it higher or lower? Should the 4th string go up higher or go down lower? If you said higher, you are right. So do it like this again. Ring the reference string and tune the one that's out of tune. Okay? Almost there. And we're there. Now the next one, we're going to go 1 string down, bring your middle finger down as well, okay, over to the 4th string. Alright, so now that we have already tuned the 4th string, we want to tune the 3rd string. And the cool thing is that it's the same process, okay? It's almost there, right? Higher or lower? I think we need to go a little higher, okay? So like this. Can you hear? We're almost pairing already. Yeah? Cool? Alright. Now that we have tuned the 3rd string, so we're going to use the 3rd string as a reference for the 2nd string. Okay, once again, the strings are lined up in the reverse orientation as we're used to. The 1st string starts from the bottom, the last string starts from the top. Okay, so now we're going to use the 3rd string, which is 1, 2, 3 here. Okay, we're going to use it to reference for the 2nd string. Now, over here it's a little different. You press from at the 4th fret. Okay, so this is 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 4th fret, 5th fret. Okay, so the fretboards are what divides each fret. Okay, the fretboards, which is the metal thing, the metal that you see on the guitar, it is what divides each fret. Now once again, I just thought to quickly remind you that if you're pressing chords, make sure that you do not press on the fret, because you will never hear a clear sound. You always hear a buzzing sound. So I challenge you, okay? If you're able to have a very clear sound by pressing on the fretboard, okay? I'll let you take a video and send it to me, and I'll give you my guitar. I'll give you my guitar. That's how confident I am that you'll never be able to create a clear sound if you're pressing on a fretboard. Excuse me. So, okay, coming back from the rabbit trail, tuning the 2nd string, 1, 2, okay, this string, we want to move our index finger to the, our middle finger to the 4th fret, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, put it here, okay, and then use this as a reference sound or reference string to tune the string that's out of tune. Okay, so do it this way. Can you hear? Is it out of tune? The answer is yes. So should we tune up or tune down? What do you think? I'd say tune up. So it'll be like this. Are we there? Almost there, yeah? a little lower. Yeah? So we got our second string tuned up already. Now, if you remember when we first started off, we tuned the first string with the 6th string, absolutely. Now, I just want to double confirm, just to be sure that the first string is in line. So what I will do lastly is I will move my middle finger back to the 5th fret, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th fret, and I'll use the second string as a reference for the first string. Okay, so it should sound right. Take a listen. Can you tell it's a bit off? Alright? Okay. So sometimes this happens when you when you tune your guitar, you in a process you might end up tuning up slightly higher or maybe slightly lower. So this last piece here, this last confirmation will help you be sure that you're tuning everything together, okay? So in this case it sounds a bit lower, so I'm going to tune it upwards. Oops, excuse me. It's a bit too high, I'm going to tune it down a bit lower. Okay, are we there? About there, yeah? So take a listen. Are we in tune? Hey, ta-da! Alright, so why this is so handy is because, like I mentioned just now, you know, when you leave your guitar at one corner, after a while, what then happens is if you're living like a tropical climate like in Singapore. Now, many people think that in Singapore we have only got one weather, and that's summer, right? But actually we have 4 weathers, right? Hot, hotter, warm, warmer, right? It's more than 80% humidity. So the humidity has an effect on your strings. It has an effect on your guitar. So it's good to put your guitar in a low humidity area because high humidity area tends to have an effect on wood. Okay. Secondly, back to the point where if you leave your guitar in a corner for too long, what then happens is the humidity and the heat would then cause your strings to expand. And when they expand, inevitably your guitar would run out of tune. Okay. The other thing is this, that if you bring it out for travel, the pressure and stuff like this will all cause your guitar to run out of tune. If you put in the back, sometimes movement will cause your guitar to run out of tune. Regardless, this skill is something that's good to know because you know that wherever you go, all you need is a reference point, the first or the last string, and you're able to tune the guitar, or at least align the string. Whether it is tuned directly to exact E key, it doesn't really matter. I mean, if you think about it, if your guitar's not around, you have no tuner with you, if your piano's not around, you don't have a tuner with you, then that would be your next best bet. Alright, although the songs when you start playing the songs, it may seem slightly higher pitch or slightly lower pitch. Now at least you can still play the guitar. The guitar is still functional. Now if you found this video helpful, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button, and hit the like button so you'll be notified when the future videos come up. Alright, so happy playing, and I look forward to seeing you in the coming videos. This is David, signing out.